Hey, what's happening? It's Bill Smith. Today is August 8th, 2018. No new Q posts for today, but I did find a bunch of stuff on the internet that I think you might be interested in. This is a meme graphic. This is the logo for Skull and Bones. There's two popular Skull and Bone members. That's John Kerry and George W. Bush. And the interesting thing is Trump was in Scotland. Here's the Trump plane. And a paraglider flew by. And his sign said, Trump, well below par, #resist. So somebody went to the gematria calculator and they typed in Trump, well below par, #resist. And they got 322. 322, which ends up on the insignia, is that how you say that? Of the Yale Skull and Bone Society. I just thought it was interesting. I thought I'd toss it in there. Kim.com has a tweet out today, and he says that Julian Assange has finally been asked to testify to the U.S. Senate about Russian interference in the 2016 U.S. election. The Clinton-funded Russia hoax is coming to an end. His name was Seth Rich. Seth Rich was supposedly targeted in a robbery, but they didn't rob him. Shot him in the back. Weird stuff. He's the DNC leaker. More good news. Jeff Sessions calls out the Southern Poverty Law Center, and conservative leaders are optimistic that the FBI will cut ties with them. It's a really good article. It just talks about how the SPLC used to work with Jeff Sessions, I guess, back in Alabama whenever people actually had problems to solve. But now they've become a anti-LGBT hate group designator. So they've been going after this place, this ADF spot. They're the ones that I think they just won the big cake thing, where you don't have to make gay cakes anymore. They can't force you to make a gay cake. So that was interesting stuff. I really like to see Jeff Sessions saying something specifically about the SPLC. This isn't the only place either. This is on the Department of Justice. Remarks as prepared for delivery, and this is Attorney General Sessions delivers remarks at the Department of Justice's Religious Liberty Summit. So he says, a dangerous movement, undetected by many, is now challenging and eroding our great tradition of religious freedom. This election and much that has flowed from it gives us a rare opportunity to arrest those trends. So, fantastic. The Southern Poverty Law Center makes it difficult for anybody to, if you stick to Christian morals and what the Bible says, the SPLC will demonize you. You'll be deplatformed and you won't be able to collect donations on places like Amazon anymore. The SPLC really is driving the gay agenda. That's the purpose of them right now. They got nothing to do with Southern poverty, I can tell you that. Here's something about Infowars getting banned. So this guy is from the Right Wing Watch, and basically he put pressure on a bunch of places, and he's credited by Salon for getting Alex Jones kicked off and deplatformed from a bunch of different places this week. The interesting thing I ran across, and this is a complex conversation. I mean, Alex Jones doesn't have any secret government contacts, at least nobody active. He might know like old retired generals or something, but he doesn't know anybody active that has a clue what's going on right now. Alex Jones is useless. If you notice, what Alex Jones does now is he'll open up the Drudge Report and tell you what the news is. Same stuff you can do. So I read this, and I read that Apple pulled his podcast down from the iTunes store. Right? He had one of the top 10 podcasts in the world, I guess, but they didn't take down his app. And the app has the exact same content that the podcast had in it. So they're going to let him keep the app. And if I had to pick between, do I want to put podcasts on iTunes or do I want to have an iPhone app? You better believe I'm taking the iPhone app. So it's odd that Infowars, quote unquote, got deplatformed, but they're still allowed on Twitter, and they're still allowed to keep their apps. And meanwhile, when all of the people left those places like Facebook, I read that Infowars gained like 4 million subscribers or something to their channel or to their website. So I think this was all big. This worked out in Alex Jones's favor. I hate to say it. You know, he's not really fully banned from Facebook yet. They still have presence all over. Once they make content, they can post it anywhere. There's a lot of different stuff to talk about when it comes to the Infowars conversation. So some people have kind of tossed around the idea that Jones was already burnt. You know, the QAnon stuff is what's going to be. QAnon is the conspiracy conversation we're having now. And Alex Jones and Infowars can't be a part of it anymore because they've been outed. So where does that leave them? If they just lost their biggest audience, if they lost their core audience on places like YouTube, why would they be on YouTube anymore? The better thing for them to do, like the best strategy, if I was Alex Jones. If I was Alex Jones and I had his platform and his background and his celebrity status, I would have done this. This would have been my play. I would have been happy that they deplatformed me, because then that gave me a 2 or 3 day news cycle domination. It showed everybody that they need to go to my Infowars website, and now I'm not on the platforms anymore. I don't have to worry about YouTube censoring me. People are going to go over to Infowars.com. So I think this whole thing, I mean, believe it or not, I think this whole thing worked out in Alex Jones's favor. He was on the way out. Alex Jones was on the way out the door, out the building. We were done with him. The only people that would pay attention to him are either stupid people or new people or the left. Right? And that's not, you can't go anywhere when those are the only people that are going to watch your trustworthy outlet. So Alex Jones was out of plays here. I honestly think deplatforming Alex Jones and then him getting everybody to go to his website to find him was in his best. That's in his best interest, because now he doesn't have to compete with Bill Smith videos. He doesn't have to have his videos next to other videos that criticize him. You know what I'm saying? So when the domain providers like Google or GoDaddy repossess Jones's URL so that you can't go to Infowars anymore, that Jones can't own Infowars. I think the Daily Stormer, this is what happened to them. They're a neo-Nazi, I don't even know if he's joking around anymore. I don't really care. But he got his domain taken away, his payment processor, his hosting provider, everything. And they didn't just do it once, they did it to him like 15 times. So when Alex Jones truly gets deplatformed and he loses his URL, you'll know that it's serious. I think this whole thing worked out in Jones's favor, though. This is happening in the news right now, this holy fire thing. These are the big California wildfires right now. Some people said that they were started with direct energy weapons. Some people said that the Agenda 21 is trying to redefine the boundaries and the layout of Northern California, especially because San Francisco is kind of right on the edge of it, on the Sonoma Valley. And there's a lot of people in Sonoma that had their houses burned down that aren't going to be allowed to rebuild them. So a lot of people have talked about this. They talked about maybe smart meters having a play in these wildfires. But yesterday, this new guy popped up, and his name is Forrest Gordon Clark, and I guess they found out that he's the one that started these fires, or a fire. Now, people on Twitter were kind of on this early. They're like, look, we're on the lookout for a false flag at this point. So with the Pizzagate stuff, it was easy to false flag it and kill it. It was easy to put it in the news cycle and then kill it real quick. I mean, they put it in the cycle and killed it in like the same week. So the reason why Pizzagate went away is because Pizzagate was based on old information that had been leaked out in one big dump, right? So if you can discredit that one thing, people won't go look anymore, and you don't have to go talk about it. I don't think they can do that to QAnon, because QAnon is active. It's not something that happened in the past that people can talk over. So if a false flag happens, if QAnon truly is top-level security, top-level access to information the government has, he'll know everything, or they will know everything. So all it would take is for an event to happen, and then QAnon to hit the board and go, it wasn't us, go look at Forrest Gordon Clark or whatever. Here's a name to go look at. And then we'd all go off and pressure it. Right now, the mainstream media can write 1,000 articles. Okay, they can spend 24 hours round the clock coverage on demonizing QAnon. And then all that has to happen is this guy post another post. That's it. It's like they can say whatever they want. We have our own media board. So this is our 4 a.m. talking points. I don't know if you've figured that out yet, but if you cover what's active on this board, so are 15 other people, right? So we're able to create a news cycle on our own off of this board. We don't need the Washington Post and the 4 a.m. talking points to all figure out, what we need to say. We get it right here on the board. So, when they come out with a false flag attack, I'm not really worried about it because most smart people have already caught on to that stuff. They've caught on to it, right? So I'm not worried. But someone was saying, wait until they find the guy that started the fires. They're going to try to blame QAnon on him. Sure enough, they did it. So this is on heavy. It's on point number 4, I think. So where's it at? Right down here, point number 4. Okay, so this guy had a feud with his neighbors. You get it? He's a dangerous guy. So he's feuding with his neighbors. He's antisocial. He posted conspiracy videos on Facebook and photos of a cancer on his face. So I don't know what the cancer part is for. They probably should have just left that out. If I was trying to demonize QAnon and link dangerous people to the conspiracy being outed on QAnon board, I would have left that part off. So this is, I don't know what to think about this. But there it is. Okay, so he's talking about pedophile pope. They grabbed a great post to show. Okay, so moving on. I don't know if you've seen this yet. If you type in this trip code and then you go to the books tab on Google, this is what you get. The Devil's Chessboard, the Christ Scandal, Exopolitics, the political implications of the extraterrestrial presence. Operation Gladio, the unholy alliance between the Vatican, the CIA, and other people. The Space of Love. Alice's Bloody Adventures in Wonderland. Snow White and the 7 Dwarf Planets. Where the Bodies Are Buried. Co-creation and Detour on Poverty Row. And there's tons of it. Co-creation, the Power Elite, the First Holocaust. The surprising origin of the 6 million figure. I've already shown you that Jewish outlets claimed that 6 million people died in Russia before World War I happened, I think. So, moving on. Hidden records, the diversity myth, blood Passover. Holy crap. Wow. There are large bodies of literature in Hebrew that Jews do not wish Gentiles to know about. Written in 2014, The Blood Passover. Washington Diplomacy, Profiles of People of World Influence, The Roman Exile, The Plot Against the Church, God's Soldiers. Dude, there's like pages and pages and pages of this. On the Seventh Day, The Third Way. Rocket Man, Elon Musk in his own words. Vocational education in the Nordic countries, the historical evolution. Alt-Right, from 4chan to the White House. The Post-American World, by Farhid Zakaria. I think this is the book, The Post-American World. This is the book that Barack Obama was caught reading, or at least he had it in his hand coming off a private plane. Millennial Hospitality, Comparative Economics, and Transforming a World Economy. Fly, Eagle, Fly. Fly, Eagle, Fly. What the heck, man? Fly, Eagle, Fly, an African Tale. Crazy. Restoring the Public. It's like, I don't know how this works. You just type in this trip code. Type in that trip code on Google Books, and you get... Here's a book on Memetics. Memetics, a growth industry in U.S. military operations. Are you kidding me? No reviews. Defining memes. Memes are, quote, units of cultural transmission or a unit of imitation. I'm blown away by this. I'm blown away by what is on this search. Till next time, it's Bill Smith. Thanks for watching.